Hi, YouTube family. I wasn't ready, but I had to fix it there. And let me turn it here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute not knowing, and now we're going to know, so let's give a hug. Lot of juicy stories today. Like, who did singer Monica marry? Monica's going on a tour with Brandy, The Boy Is Mine. She married her artist manager. The wedding pictures were fabulous. People didn't know if it was a photo shoot. They went to a courthouse and got married, but Monica married her artist manager. Diddy has been told for a fifth straight time, no, you ain't getting out. Your sentencing is October the 3rd. Diddy's like, but they feeding me maggots in here. Judge is like, you're staying in. Yesterday, I got these women, there's so many. I got two women confused. The woman, Gina, did not have a baby by him, but she was pregnant by him. He did stomp on her stomach. She did date him. She disappeared during the trial because she refused to testify against him. She wrote a letter to the judge saying that his children needs him and that he is a better man today. That judge did this. Tossed that letter. The judge feels, as a lot of people do, that Diddy is still a danger. I said I felt for the people who testified. He want to come out and, get retribution and seek revenge. They feel he is a flight risk and that he will stay in that detention center until October the 3rd. Now, how much time will he get? Now, that's the question. Because no matter what sentence, 1 to 3, 4 to 5, 10 months will already be included in. Diddy wants out. He wants out today. He wants to resume his life. He wants to be back outside, but that judge is like, sentencing is October the 3rd, and they want to stop it with the antics. And it could hurt him because you pissed that judge off enough. He's like, you're going to stay in there a little while longer. So that is going to be interesting. Muhammad Ali, the younger brother of boxing legend Muhammad Ali, has died. He was a boxer too. He was 82. Comedian Eddie Griffin stirring up stuff. He starred with Malcolm Jamal Warner in their show Malcolm and Eddie, and Malcolm Jamal Warner basically said his drinking kind of got the show the axe. Well, during the comedy performance, Eddie talked about he has doubts about Malcolm Jamal Warner's death. He said there are too many different stories. Then he did the comparison to Bill Cosby's real life son died and now his TV son dies. A lot of people didn't like those comments. A lot of people, they love Malcolm Jamal Warner, and he could have been doing it for attention because at first you didn't hear from Eddie Griffin, and now he's putting this in his comedy sets. Let's talk Gayle King, and there's a lot to unpack. Trump, no, I ain't never saying president. Trump has come out to attack Gayle King, saying she has no talent, no ratings. Article came out in the New York Post basically saying that by next May, Gayle King's contract may not be renewed. She's 70. She makes $15 million a year, same that Stephen Colbert made. The ratings are low for the CBS morning show. I like it because they talk about more in-depth stories, but many feel that morning show doesn't appeal to middle America. Harpo, who middle America? They're gay people in middle America. They're black people. They're minority people. What do you say when you say middle America? Saying that the show is too woke. They want optimism, cheer, and joy. Well, the first 20 minutes or 15 of a national newscast is going to focus on the craziness that's going around the world, including children being starved. It's hard to get that in that first 15 minutes with so much going on in the world. When you hear the saying too woke, they say it's too black. Oh, that it's too woke. It's too black, it's too gay. When people throw that term around, it's too woke. They don't want political bias. When this merger happens, and it's going to happen very soon, they don't want political bias. They don't want to know if you're on the left or the right. Just get the news. No DEI. I'm telling you, people have it in their heads, but it's white women who suffer more from DEI the most. So you're going to see these changes and people losing their positions. I thought something was up with them when they got rid of the equalizer. I pray that Mars Chestnut Show, Watson, can make it through. Gayle King. A lot of people say, Oprah's her best friend. Oprah's got her. But it has to hurt to hear a person like Trump, the leader of the free world, mock her and down her. That she has to be, like held to a, like a certain standard. They're also saying that they be using woke. They're going to say the show is too black because they only have one white anchor, and when someone takes off, there's a black person who fills in. Trust me, they be looking at things like this. I like the longer stories, more fleshed out. I'm a channel surfer in the morning. I'm going to see what's going to get my attention in the morning so I can get the most news. But I knew a lot of those segments would not appeal, and they would find fault in them. We'll keep you posted on what happens with Gayle King. Somebody that is out, and it has nothing to do with CBS or Paramount, is Howard Stern. He's over at Sirius XM, making $20 million a year. They're saying they're not going to renew his contract. Howard did a popular show here that was here in Philadelphia, but it was out in New York. I liked him better when he did terrestrial radio. What's terrestrial radio? Terrestrial radio is when it's stations like I work at, a WDAS or Power 99 or Q102. You have to pay to listen. You get in your car and you turn us on. Matter of fact, download that iHeartRadio app. You can listen for free. Look at me with the plug. But with Sirius, you got to buy a subscription. When people have to start cutting money, they start cutting things that they don't need. A lot of people are like, I don't need no Sirius. I don't need satellite radio. I don't mean to keep saying Sirius. I don't need no satellite radio. People start cutting just like people cutting the cord. But they're saying they're not going to do that. Tiffany Haddish, did she and popular blogger, politician Jason Lee have a child? I don't know. I think it's a stunt. People were asking me that in the comments. I don't know. Beyonce, what is the next chapter? Chapter 3. You had Renaissance, you had Cowboy Carter. Is rock and roll the next step? Let me explain. She does a Levi campaign. She's doing Levi jeans. At first, you see her, she's on a horse. Then she steps down from the horse and she jumps on a motorcycle. Lil Prince, Purple Rain, will it be rock and roll? She turns 44 on September the 4th. They're thinking that a new project from Beyonce could drop by then. Let's go back to the 80s. One of my favorite shows on ABC was T.J. Hooker, William Shatner, Heather Locklear. Well, Netflix is going to be doing a redo, and I know I don't even like redos, but they're going to do an action comedy based on T.J. Hooker. I had a lot of stories here. My eyes keep going like all over the place, but I did. Just had a lot of stories. It's not cute, not knowing. Now you're going to know. Leave your comments below because I will be reading them all. Your thoughts on this, Gayle King. Was it right for Trump to speak so harshly of her? What do you think about Beyonce? Do you think rock and roll will be the next step for her? What about Diddy? Child, that judge is like, if you don't stop with this foolishness, no, you're staying in there until October 3rd. So he got a little less than 2 months to go before that sentencing. Leave your comments, subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. I apologize, I'm a little late. I lost someone close to me, a woman that I worked with. She did a feature on the Sunday show that we do here on WDAS, and she was a breast cancer warrior, Anita T. Connor. She would give financial information on Sundays, but she's known for her breast cancer advocacy. She's battled it twice. Second time it was metastatic, but she turned a terrible thing into a way to help others. Ladies, we must check our breasts. Mammograms are important. She had an organization, Praise to Secure, that helped women and families deal with breast cancer, because breast cancer doesn't just affect the woman, her breasts. It's your family, your husband, your mate. There's a lot that goes into it. She lost her daughter about over 2 years ago to metastatic breast cancer. And Anita and Carrie, they dedicated their lives to helping other women. Every year I would do an event with them at a church, the Mount Airy Church of God in Christ. And we would be there, Praise is the Cure. And it was a vision to see these survivors walk down that church aisle, just giving praise and just showing we're survivors. Unfortunately, not everybody survives that challenge. But what I admired the most about Anita, despite this awful thing coming into her life, she turned that into something for the good, as in helping other people. Life happens, life be lifing, as they say. And how you, what's the word I want to use? How you deal with it. How do you turn something that can be bad? You know, not every blessing in life comes from or comes in a pretty box. Sometimes it comes messed up. But she dedicated her life to helping people. And she was a woman. I would talk to her every single week as we would do this finance thing. She was a woman that I admired so much. I loved Anita T. Connor. I did. And I was shook all day. I just had to take some time today to get myself together, because I knew I wanted to sit here and tell you guys stuff. And someone once asked me, they said, well, when is your job hard? Dealing with death. That's when it's hard. That's when it's hard. Let's do the hug. Come on. I needed that hug today. Maybe you needed it too. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's not cute not knowing, and now you do know. And thanks for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.